Alright, hey, what's up guys, this is Crypto Clutch. I know I haven't made a video in like 2 or 3 months. I have one video in the backlog talking about, I think the A9s maybe, or I don't know. But I might upload this after this one, or I might not. But, and I think I also talked about the evaporative coolers right there. But the main reason why I'm making this video is because I have some bad news. So, today is the day that, well, last night is the day that Russia invaded Ukraine, or bombed Ukraine, whatever. I still haven't really looked at the news other than, like, I saw some supposedly confirmed attacks. But anyways, that's not the reason why I'm making this video. The reason why I'm making this video is because the warehouse, I'm going to have to get rid of the warehouse in 3 months. That's when my lease ends, which I kind of figured, you know, when we first moved into the warehouse, I only did a 1 year. I actually wanted to do a month-to-month base from the start, but he wouldn't do that. I understand why, um, but like, we did a 1 year lease, and back when I started, I figured, this was just gonna be temporary. It had power, and I was gonna be looking for something to build, or something in the meantime to get ready to move this stuff out. Well, we've been looking for most of the year since we've been here, and there's really not much around me locally, to like move into, or like to buy and build out, that isn't ridiculously expensive. So I have a plan, but I'll get to that in a little bit. There is at least some good news, and there's also some more bad news. So the power company that is currently here in the warehouse and the shed have been raising their rates for the last 3 months. So what I used to pay 6.5 cents per kilowatt is now up to about 7.5 cents per kilowatt, which it's not ideal. And here at the warehouse, actually, it's already up to like basically 8 cents. But the shed is still 6.5. Sorry, not 6.5, 7.5 cents, which isn't as bad. But I did I've been looking at, lots of properties. I've been talking to different power companies that are around my area, and I have found one that will do 5.5 cent, supposedly. I haven't seen the bill yet, but I was talking to one of the head people who does like the new services for, places of that size, and that's what, he claimed is like, once you get over 500 kilowatts, your price goes down to 5.5 cents. So, that is at least some good news, because I could save some money when I go bigger, as long as I use that power company and the power rates are still the same. So that is at least something that I have found from my journey so far. Now, the news I was going to talk to you about is all of this has got to go back into sheds. So currently my first shed is on my grandparents' property. And we're either going to put a second one on their property, because there's a second transformer on their property that they can upgrade to a 167 kVA, and they can do another 150 kilowatt shed there on the property. And then the other option would be, my dad is planning on buying and building a house next to my grandparents. So there's like 3 acres that went up for sale right next to their house. So the plan is to buy the property, and then he'll build a house, and then I could build a third shed on the property. Because right now, with all these A9s and Z9s I'm using, and the GPUs are using 225 or so thousand watts, and like I said, the shed can only do 150,000 watts. So that would mean I'd have to curtail 75,000 watts of power, and I still have GPUs that are on the floor. I still have Z9s that are offline. I know some of you are going to ask me about why I have these nice 33,000 series cards. Well, I'm waiting on more of those Octaminers to come in. I have 10 of them on the way. I just got shipment confirmation the other day, so hopefully they'll be here soon. But then I can get those back online. But there's also some AMD cards on the desk right there. But so, I mean, I guess you can look at it this way, as I have some more content coming from you guys, because I'm going to try and record better for, like, try and get you guys an actual, like, list of all the materials and stuff that I'm going to use, um, so I can tell you guys, better on, what it's going to take to build these sheds, and also you'll get like a more updated version of what I'm going to build. Personally, I'm estimating the cost to be somewhere in the $15,000 to $20,000 range. It might be less, it might be more. I'm not really sure per shed. That is not, for both of them. But I gotta find some panels. But honestly, the biggest thing is just storage, because like as you can see, I have a lot of just random assortment stuff that's just everywhere. Like I think I'm gonna have to start selling these Chia miner stuff that I never ever use. I have like 6 of these servers that I'm never ever going to use, I don't think. I got hard drives, literally just I have like 1.5 petabytes worth of hard drives that I just like I never could get it to work, so then I just gave up on it, and honestly I should probably just sell it because I spent a lot of money on that. But anyways, if you guys are interested, maybe hit me up on Discord and we can get a deal worked out. But I really don't know what the stuff is worth now. I know I spent about $25,000 to $30,000 on it, but yeah. If you guys are interested in, if you need some storage space or like a 36 bay server with 2 Xeons in it, let me know. I have 6 of them, so. But basically, I know I got a comment yesterday asking about a price list and all that kind of stuff. Well, I'll definitely try and do better than my first shed attempts. I've learned quite a lot over the last, basically 2 years of mining. And I'm going to try and do better on the airflow. I'm going to try and have them set it up higher so that way my floor intakes will do better. I will say quickly one thing is it's actually not the end of the world that I'm going to be moving out of here, because yesterday, even though it's February, like it was 75 degrees yesterday, and the temperature inside of here was about 110 degrees over here near these transformers on the floor. It's 35 degrees right now outside, and it's still fairly warm inside of here. But this transformer right here was running about 220 degrees. Like even now I can feel a lot of heat coming off of it, because it is being ran pretty hard. But we're gonna have to basically, so the only thing that's staying will be these disconnects. I did buy this disconnect and installed the cable going over there, but I can't. I guess I could take it all the way back out, but I think that would actually be more expensive than it's worth. The disconnect was like $200 or something like that. So it's not like a lot of money I'm losing by keeping that here. But the transformer, that expensive freaking cable, that cable, all those cables, that panel, this panel, this transformer, that transformer are all coming with me. Obviously, the panels over there are his, so like those aren't going to go. But all the stuff that I put in over here, like all this wire has got to come off. All these boxes has got to come down. All these PDUs, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them on the racks or if I'm going to redo all the racks. It's a lot of work to redo these racks, but it's moving them with all the wire on them. It's going to be really heavy and hard to do. But this fan, I think, is also going to come with us. I'm not really sure where it's going to go, but that is like a $500 fan that I don't really want to just keep here. I can't use it because it's a 3-phase fan, and where I'm going does not have 3-phase. So, there's that problem. But, I don't know if I'm just going to give the landlord of this place a $500 upgrade for no reason. So I think that fan's going to come with me, or at least go to storage. These fans will probably go to storage. It's just a lot of stuff I have to move and store in the next 3 to 4 months, depending if we do one more month. But what the market's doing right now, like I'm barely making, the $5,000 I need to pay for this place. So it's definitely not ideal. It's got, you can just see how much stuff it is we're going to have to move. It's basically going to be me and my dad and maybe a couple of my friends. I lost one of the friends that helped me move all the stuff here in the first place. which is also part of the reason why I haven't been uploading videos as much, is because I've been having some relationship issues. Girls being a normal pain, but that's beside the point. I just wanted to quickly update you guys. I know I haven't made a video in a long time. Honestly, not much has changed other than me adding like 90 A9s. I really haven't done much else. Now I might make a video when the 10 Octaminers come in, and like maybe do like a build video on these guys if you guys really want. And I do have, like I said, like these AMD cards right here that I could also build in a rig. These are like 5700, 6700, 6800s and a Radeon 7. I think is what's in there. And then I would like to start going through this pile and see if I can fix any of them. That's pretty easy. Some of them might be, some of them might not be. I'm not really sure. And then honestly, a lot of those GPU cases need a lot of work, and like I probably should go ahead and start fixing the rest of the fans that are bad, because once they're in the shed, like it's going to be a lot harder to work on stuff. Because if you guys remember my current shed, like I'm doing the same size, so I can't do any bigger unless I want to do concrete footings. And it's not that I can't afford concrete footings, it's more of I want it to be mobile in case I do go somewhere that has cheaper power. I want to be able to move at least 2, if not all 3 sheds there. So there's that, where like I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to like leave concrete footings in the ground where I used to have the sheds, basically is what I'm trying to say. But we have a lot of work to do ahead. And I'll try and record as much of it as possible. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm sorry if I'm like sound like I'm down or whatever. It's just, this whole situation has not been what I want. Like I wanted to build out a new, like a 30 by 60 metal building and do a 1 megawatt, built like 1 megawatt service going to it, and just, go from there. But it's obviously, I just don't think that's a smart play right now. I think in the long term it might be smart, but like short term, I just can't see that being a good idea, especially with profits being as low as they are right now. So with that, Scripted Clutch signing off. I hope you guys are going to have a better day, and just hope that this Ukraine stuff, doesn't hurt the markets too bad. But yeah, peace out.